Okay, so we are in our the grammar section of our LA notebook. We are taking notes today. So if you remember in the part of our notebook where we didn't necessarily do vocabulary, but we took notes, we are back in that section again. We're taking notes on 8.11 addresses and letters. We are writing down 2 addresses right now. So the first one is here. And then, so you can pause it if you need more time, my virtual learners. And then my second address is here. Go ahead, pause it if you need to. So we are getting those 2 written down right now. Zoe. We're not talking about that yet. Write it down exactly as I have it. So, what? Okay. Yeah, you may be looking at this and thinking, whoa, Missy, you did not write these addresses correctly. And you're absolutely right. We are going to be correcting them. So I want you to write them down as I have them.
Baker Mayfield. I already have them down.
Yes, Richard.
Way before I got my snack.
Yeah? Okay. Jack, pick it up, please. Awesome. It looks like most people are on the second address. We're just finishing that up. So typically when we are writing an address, we do write it like this, where we have the name on top, the house number and street on the second line, and then city, state, and zip code on the bottom line. So if you guys have ever addressed an envelope, when you write your address, you would put it up in the top left corner of the envelope, just like this. And then when you write the address of the person you're sending it to, that goes in the middle center of the envelope. But you'd still write it in this format.
Roberto.
Yep, Roberto Martinez.
Robert's toe.
Is that an actual zip code?
Maybe. I don't know. Not around here.
I do not know. If you're the one who wrote it. I'm going to send a note to dad.
Well, yeah, because she got it off her book.
Yeah, I have lovely examples in my book. So sometimes I come up with my own, like anything about Benny, that's not written in my book. But,
What is it?
yeah, my dog. But that'd be pretty awesome if it was, but it hasn't happened. But anything that's like kind of random, like these, yeah, no.
Good point.
They're from my book. Okay, I see a few people finishing up. If you are finished, I want you looking at these addresses and thinking about some things we have to correct. You know, Will and Jack P., that this unit has been all about punctuation and capitalization. So you can assume that there may be some punctuation and capitalization mistakes in these. And I am going to say, we also want to, just to practice writing abbreviations, if there are any words that could be abbreviated, we're also going to abbreviating them. So you are looking for capitalization mistakes, punctuation mistakes, and words that could be abbreviated but aren't already abbreviated. So if you're done, you are looking for those, and there are quite a few in both of these, let me tell you. A few people finishing up that last address.
Miss anything. In Chex Mix, do you like the spicy things in it?
I do.
I'm gonna suck it my fingers.
Yeah, you suck it with your finger.
Don't do that. Eat it. Okay. I'm going to grab.
Let's grab purple.
Okay. We are going to start with our first address in orange, Beatrice Taylor, 1759 Niles Avenue, Mayfield, Ohio, 44124. Who can raise their hand and tell me one thing that needs to be corrected? And you're going to correct these in your notebook as well. All right, what's one thing, Layla? Ohio. What about Ohio?
It can either be abbreviated or it can be the O has to be uppercase.
Yes. Since we want to abbreviate, how would I write the abbreviation for Ohio, Layla?
Oh wait.
Not O-I. Who can help Layla out? Chanel? O-H. So, we're crossing out Ohio. Capital O, capital H.
What about OO?
Nope. All right. Who has another correction for the first address? Will.
Mayfield.
What about Mayfield?
It needs to be uppercase because it's the name of the street.
Yeah, it's the name of a city. Yep, Mayfield is a city, so we need to capitalize the M. Remember, you should be doing these corrections in your notebook. Capital M. What else needs to be corrected here? What else? Addie?
Can I say 2?
1.
Taylor needs to be capitalized.
Because it is a last name, yes.
Same with the front.
What else needs to be corrected? Let's have Richie.
Niles.
Niles. That is part of a street name. What about Niles? Richie?
Because it's a street name and it's an avenue.
Well, what do I need to do to it?
Oh, capital.
I need a
capitalize
capital.
it.
Yep, capitalize the N. What else? What else do I need to do, Max?
You need to capitalize the B and the B's.
I need to capitalize the B in Beatrice.
And
No,
in OH.
no, no. All right.
Wait.
What else? Allison.
Abbreviate avenue.
I can abbreviate avenue. Okay, what else? What else? Chanel.
You have to put a dot at the OH.
Okay, I don't have to, but you can. If you like to have O.H, you can, but you don't need to. What else? There's one more thing. Did Miss E purposefully make a mistake on something to see if you'd catch it?
No period.
Yeah.
Well,
It's an address, so I don't
oh
think
my
it's
gosh.
supposed to.
Wait.
I think Richie knows it.
I feel like
Allison?
Isn't there supposed to be a dot in between 1759 miles?
No, there is not. Mackenzie?
Oh wait, wait, don't you have to put a comma in between the 1 and the 7?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Max?
is Mayfield, Ohio, is that comma supposed to be there?
Yep, you should always have a comma between the city and the state.
I don't know. Why is there?
Richie?
Is it supposed to be apostrophes?
Nope. No one sees Frankie? Oh,
Wait, never mind.
no? Drew, are you sure?
Well, I thought it was a sentence. For a second, I thought it was a sentence.
Oh, you were thinking M punctuation? Max?
A stamp.
Nope, that's not part of it. Senna?
Do you put a comma after Taylor?
Nope. Emmy?
A comma between Beatrice and Taylor?
Nope.
I know what.
Iosius?
A comma between Niles and Avenue.
Okay, get away from punctuation. Think about capitalization. What needs to be capitalized? Addie? Philip?
What?
Philip?
The A in avenue.
Did I abbreviate that correctly? No! I thought for sure someone would call it. This should be a capital A. That was fun. Okay.
Because I'm used to cursive A's, so I thought that was fine.
Yep. Notice how the A was the same size as the V and the E, though, Michael.
Yeah.
Yep.
You said it was capitalization that gave us a big hit.
I did. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the Roberto Martinez address. Can you see though? Okay. Ready to rock. Okay. Who can tell me one thing that needs to be corrected here? One thing that needs to be corrected. All right. Let's have Mackenzie. Yeah, Roberto. His first name needs to be capitalized. What else? What else? Senna.
The C in Connecticut.
Yep, the C in Connecticut needs to be capitalized. That's a state. What else? Drew. Yep, the S in street. Guys, why are we talking so much?
You could abbreviate it.
I haven't called on you. All right, what else? Addie?
You have to capitalize the C. That's a lowercase c, right?
No, it's like
It's because I don't have a lot of space. I'll make it bigger.
What is the word before street?
It's
Spruce.
And then
Yeah.
Martinez, you have to capitalize them.
I have to capitalize the M in Martinez. That is the last name.
Martinez.
Okay? What else? Waiting for voices? Guys. Max.
Yeah, you can abbreviate the Connecticut.
Okay, does anyone know what the abbreviation is for Connecticut? Do you know? What is it? Not
C-O.
I think it's C.
It's C-O-O-M.
I think it's CT, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. C-O
Okay.
is Colorado.
So, if we were just writing the state, yes, you would capitalize the C, but we're trying to also abbreviate. So, this is CT. What else? What else? Frankie?
You have to put, not period, or periods in between C and T.
You can. You can put periods in between C and T. What else? What else? Jack L?
Abbreviate street to ST.
Okay, we can do the same thing to street.
It's a capital S and a capital T. No.
Nope.
Not a capital.
There you go. What else? Layla? The S in spruce needs to be capitalized. What else? What else? Emmy?
The NU.
The N in New Haven needs to be capitalized. What else? Hey, thank you. Allison? The H in Haven needs to be capitalized. It's a city. What else? What else? Chanel?
Oh no, the S is already there.
What else? Philip?
You need to put comma.
I need a comma. Remember 5th grade over here? You always should have a comma between the city and the state. So we need a comma. There is one more thing. Did Miss E make another purposeful mistake?
Okay, so
Frankie?
Period after S or after the street.
Yeah, I need a period. For street.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know if it was.
Ah. Yes.
for abbreviations, how are you supposed to tell which one does and doesn't need that?
So that's a great question. Ready to rock. Chanel just asked, for abbreviations, how are you supposed to tell what needs a period and what doesn't? States, typically we don't have periods because if we put periods in between two of them, that could be like someone's nickname, like CJ. You would put periods like initials. States, we usually don't. But when you are taking like in addresses like Avenue, Street, Boulevard, you would always capitalize the first part of the abbreviation and end it with a period. Titles. I hope you're listening. Titles, you always have a period. So if you think of like Mr. and Mrs., Doctor, you end those abbreviations with a period. Now when you get into abbreviations like in math, those get a little trickier because you may have noticed for like grams, like the weight, grams, it's just a G. But then if you're talking about pounds, LB, there is a period. So I would just say with those, make it your best guess because there isn't always a rhyme and reason to them.
How about like USA? It's a whole thing. And then
Yep,
you
so
put the-
USA, that usually, USA, I would say, isn't always it depends on who you are, actually. I've seen it both ways with all capital USA, but some people put periods in between each of them. Some people don't.
It's who's right.
What?
It's like only who's.
What did you want to say, Will?
For pounds, for like LB,
Yeah.
Would it just be LBS? It's more than one.
Yes. Yep, you just add an S onto it. Allison.
How come it doesn't mention United States and North America?
Because when you're just putting, that's actually a great question. Jekyll, turn around, please. Thanks. When you're just putting mail into like a mailbox, it's the United States Postal Service, so that's just for mail. Typically, that's going to be mailed within the United States. You don't need to say it's for the USA. But if you needed to mail a package internationally, you would have to physically go into like a UPS store or something, and then on that you would have to put the country. But if you're just mailing a letter, usually you can just put it in the mailbox. But if you were mailing a letter to another country, you would have to go into the store. You couldn't just put it in a mailbox because you have to pay some more money to ship it internationally. Don't snap. Frankie.
are we doing EPB today?
We are. I will tell you the page after I answer Will and Jack L's question. Will?
For like United States of America,
Yeah.
how come they don't abbreviate the O?
I don't know. Well, USA. USA just, maybe it's because it sounds better. Honestly, I would not be surprised if that's the reason.
United States of America.
But if we're thinking about United States of America, is of one of those important words?
It's like for
No, it's probably like that. You know what I mean, though, in grammar, like titles, we capitalize the important words. Waiting for you. You're wasting your own work time right now, 5th grade. Jack L.
Why do they make you pay or no, that doesn't make sense for what we're talking about. I was just talking about the shipping.
Oh, because like in order for you to ship something internationally, it's getting on like a plane or a boat, and so they have to pay for like fuel costs and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Philip.
You can choose to put the O in anything. Like Mall of America, they abbreviated it to MOA.
Yeah. I honestly think it's sometimes because it sounds better.
Remember my dad?
Yep.
They don't usually put like the words with the
Plus.
like the or of and isn't it? They don't usually put it because it's just like a word to help the thing go together.
Ready to rock. Ready to rock. Okay, last 3. Don't wave your hand. I won't want to call on you. Zoe.
But like, if you always say like, they're not the important words, but then it would just be United States, America.
You're right. So that's why, do you know why I use the quotes?
No.
Because it's not like it's actually not an important word. All words are important. They all have meaning. But when it comes to like capitalizing words, we typically don't always capitalize like the of and the, like articles and those kinds of words. Will?
For Mall of America, they might abbreviate the O too because like MA that could be for like state.
Yep, Massachusetts. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Mackenzie.
And it's not just because it sounds good, it's because they know that O, the, and S have feelings.
They do. You're right. Yep.
Yes,
Does it feel better to get that off your chest? Okay. I would like you to open up to page 117 in your EPB. We did. 117. Good.
How would you feel if someone said your name when you've done it before?
I would not like it. But that's why I use quotation marks.
Use someone said it and you don't know like if they're right or wrong.
Ready to rock. Ready to rock. Alright, so if we're looking at page 117, it says for numbers 1 through 5, you're rewriting each of the following. That doesn't mean you're crossing it out and not putting anything on the line. You're rewriting it, adding capital letters and punctuation where needed. Notice how it says, use abbreviations where possible. So, if a word can be abbreviated, abbreviate it. Sorry. Then, 6 through 8, same thing, except they've written it in the format I had it on the board. So the first few, it's just like the first part, but then 6, 7, and 8, you're writing it the format it's supposed to be. Then number 9, you're supposed to circle the mistakes in the letter, then underline the words that should be abbreviated. Okay, I want you to cross out on another sheet of paper, rewrite the letter correctly, cross that out. I don't want you to do it. So on the last question of the page, cross out where it says on another sheet of paper, rewrite it correctly, cross that out. And I'll know if you listen, because if you come in tomorrow with a sheet of paper with it rewritten, I'll know you weren't listening. You got extra practice, but you weren't listening. So cross that out, not to where you are ripping a hole into your paper, but cross it out. Capiche? What should be our volume level during this time? All right, I will turn on work music. Go ahead.